Hey there, how you doing? Paul coming back at you again, and
Linda, hi.
so my guess is hopefully you've went through the first two exercises, and now you have a really good idea of who your prospects are, right? Or your clients, customers, whatever you want to call them, right? Uh, I actually thought we're outside today, and you probably don't know this unless you've checked some of the things that we have out, but we live in Glendale, Arizona, and
Phoenix area.
yeah, it's just a suburb of Phoenix, and today it's like about 78 degrees. And if you're watching this and you're living back east, you still got a lot of snow on the ground.
Yeah.
A lot of snow. And I just decided I'd put some sunglasses on today so I'd look more like the Blues Brothers, but I don't need them. I just like to wear different sunglasses. So I'll take these off so we can talk. But anyway, the point that we want to get to is you really need to know your target market, right? And
It'll start making sense really quick.
yeah, and this is kind of where, let's say, the rubber meets the road, right? Yeah, because it's like you need to figure out, well, now that I know my target market, I know who they are, I know how they live, I know what they're looking for, I know what they're feeling. You may or may not know these things, but if you remember back in the video that we had just previous to this one, where Linda talked about the notebook, explain the notebook.
The notebook where I told you you needed to start have a notebook for your target market. This will be key for your collection process, which is what this video is about, the first of the 4 C's, which is collection. And you will add to continuously. You need to carry it around with you, because ideas will pop in your head. You'll think you'll remember them, but trust me, you won't if you don't have a notebook where you can jot it down.
And that's so true. Because you remember, like, I thought I could do it, but yeah, you can't. But you'll get, like, what it is you'll get, like, an idea, right? And you can probably remember that idea. But the problem is when our mind kind of works in a weird way, in that as soon as you get one idea, the more you concentrate on it, another one pops in, and another one pops in, and another one pops in, and you'll remember maybe one or two of those, but you won't remember them all. And they popped in there for a reason.
Yep.
You know? So periodically you'll get these ideas, and if you carry a notebook around with you, you could jot these ideas down. Now, it's not, you don't want to carry around like your prospect notebook that you figured your target market on. That's not the one you want to carry around. Just carry a notebook around with you, so as you think about things, you can jot it down in that. If you're married or you have a significant other, it's really good, because the two of you can be, driving down the road like we do, and you'll be talking, and it could be something on the radio that just pops in and gives you an idea. One of you is right there, so you can jot that down. Another thing that works is you can go out and buy you a real inexpensive recorder, and you can carry that around with you. So when you get an idea, you just pop it on the record, speak into it, boom, there you got it. So you can play it when you get home and jot them all down. And I can tell you from experience, when you do that, as you listen back to it, another idea is going to pop in your head.
And you do want to transfer the information in your little notebook to the notebook that it relates to, whether it's collection or your target market or whatever. So you can kind of keep it separated, and you'll know exactly what book to look in. You don't have to go through all the little notes.
It's kind of like a scribble notebook, right?
Yeah.
And then you keep your one at home, or more than one at home, we do, of the ones that you transfer it into. But anyway, away from that, now that you know this, you got to figure out, okay, so I know who they are. Let's say I'm looking for, hypothetically, I'm looking for a 30-year-old guy that's a construction worker, that's basically a carpenter, that's a finished carpenter, and I have brand new hammers that I'd like him to be aware of. hypothetically, right? So, but the real question is, how do you reach those people? And you can reach them through, for example, you have the internet. That's one way.
That's just one. That's one huge way.
Yeah, I mean it's a massive way, and we're going to break that down for you. But it's a massive way to do it. But then there's other ways, which they call basically direct advertising or print advertising, right? And for example, print advertising would be something like a classified ad, right, that you put in the newspaper. Another example of print type of advertising may be flyers that you make up. They could be postcards that you send out. And none of this stuff has to be overly expensive. In fact, some of it can be free,
Right.
just about.
I mean, you've probably heard the old saying, don't put all your eggs in one basket. You don't want to put all your advertising into one thing either, because you want to be able to get in the little nooks and stuff where your target market is at. And, you know, if they're construction workers, who knows? Do they read the paper? You don't know if they read the paper. So there's just lots of different ways, and you need to pick, we'll go over them, but you need to pick 3 to 5 ways that you can start right now. Whether you have a budget, you can go one way. If you don't have a budget, you can go a totally different way. Doesn't mean you can't get started on it.
And you need to figure out, of the 3 to 5, what you're best at.
What you know how to do, or what you know you can do right now. And you need to always expand on it, but use what you know now and then slowly expand on it.
Cool. And just to go over, I mean, like, I'm going to rattle a bunch off, and if you get stuck with any of them, email us. We'll give you a list, or you can run this video back and back, you know.
Yeah. And
That
you need
way.
to write this down in a notebook too, the different things, just so you can look back at it and add to it.
But to give you an idea, you have, like I said, classified ads. You could do flyers. You can do postcards. You can do fish bowls at like different restaurants where you have like a business card that you just throw in there, right? And you can also do, I'll tell you something that's really cool that you can do is, you know those, you can go like Staples or Office Depot and buy those sticky notes, you know, that comes in pads.
Post-it notes.
Yeah, Post-it notes. And you can, basically it's what we did. We got some stamps. In fact, we have some stamps here in front of us. I'll just reach in.